Giving regular coffee today. So yes, this is a little bit of my environment for this Thanksgiving. I am trusting you are ready for the celebration. And I still wanted to do it live today. So we're going to go ahead and take the shades out. Just wanted to be a little bit stylish on here versus the regular way that I come with my background of Sacred Home and Kristel. So, all right. So deep breath as I share this Thanksgiving message. So before we dive into the food and the family, I want to share something that might shift the way you look at your home, your money, and your next season. So today feels a little bit different for me because, well, first, Thanksgiving is not something that I truly celebrate growing up because I only came to the US when I was 17 and after high school. So it's more of a custom that I learned by being here. But I found the whole month of Thanksgiving being an amazing time to giving thanks to everything. So I am holding, as the years go, more gratitude go deeper and deeper every year. And this year, like many of you, I'm sure, there have been the ups and the downs. There is been the most recent one down of the passing of a loved one. And I also hold gratitude for the relationship her and we've developed over the years. She was 24 when I met her and transitioned to the other side, let's just call it, at 27. So it was a period of time of life that I get to reflect on and having had the opportunity to be a parent role, as they say, a bonus mom. So I hold a lot of gratitude today for the journey that I've had with her. And so that's the most recent one. I also very grateful for my niece, as you may have gotten a glimpse at the live that I just attempted to do, where she tried to come on the camera, but we are in agreement. So she's not to be on the camera, but I love that she's full of curiosity. And being with her reminds me of constantly wanting to have fun and being playful. And that's what feels home to her, is being somewhere where someone can play with her. And I'm also very grateful for all the travels that I've done. This year, I started the year. I was in Mount Shasta in California in the mountain. Then I went home to be with family for about 5 months. Time with close family that are going through health challenges and celebrating my grandmother 102. So I get to reflect on all those amazing transitions, healing, and also still being able to work, like showing up for my clients, doing my support coach for Tiffany Rose, and continue to build a life that feels authentic. Like right now, I have a little midget right next to me who's distracting me. Yes, Elif? Mine has to be there for you. Okay. So she wants to actually do exercise and she cannot be on the treadmill because she's going to hurt herself. She goes by herself. But this is the point of doing your life. You never know what's going to really create a distraction and how we keep up with this conversation. Tout à l'heure. Faut que je te regarde. Okay. So I want to make a few points as I always do on my lives. So the first one, I've had conversations in the past few weeks with many people, right? And some of them actually feel stuck that the rates are high compared to what they currently have on their mortgage. And now they're like, should I wait or not wait? Should I go now? What is happening with the prices? So they're into this confusion or the pain of like, what's the best thing to do? So this is my question. Is the concern really the interest rate, or is it that you don't want to make the wrong decision for your family's future? Because those are actually two different things. Making the wrong decision, but also the interest rate. Most people aren't afraid of buying. What they're afraid of is the wrong time. So I want you to reflect on the times that you made decisions where it was impulse, where it was logic, or it was from the heart. Which decision felt more in alignment, right? People sometimes call me Crystal, so I don't have a crystal ball as to when is the best time for you to buy. And you probably don't know exactly. And I did a video last week that sometimes we reflect back 5 years back and say, wow, I'm glad I did this, or I wish I did this. So you really get to assess where you're at and connect with someone like myself. Let's look at your goal. Is this the right time for you based on your current situation? It probably is, or it may not. And let's prepare for whatever needs to be prepared. I think mortgage insight. So there's a truth that gets lost in the noise. That gets lost. Wow, the truth that gets lost in the noise. Homeowners are sitting on historic levels of equity. I just did a line of credit for a client out of her primary residence so she can invest in real estate. She's already looking into one property in East Georgia. And this one is probably not going to go because it's like one bathroom. It's only one bathroom in a 3 bedroom. So she's reassessing. But what she did is get qualified to pull the equity. She has qualified for 249. Once she gets that money, she can either make a cash offer for this property that was 208, or she can use that money and put it as a down payment and buy multiple properties. So there are different strategies. So even in today's market, you actually do have options. You can upgrade to the next home, keeping this current one using the line of credit. You can type in the equity and have passive income, now investing into other real estate. You can use the equity to consolidate debt and free up some cash flow. You can invest in a duplex or rental property, or you can protect your budget and refinance when the time is right. And right now, you're probably getting some notifications if you are putting Google like rates, when you're getting notifications that rates are dropping. Now, I'm not going to go deep into when you get those notifications our rates are dropping. Sometimes it's actually already priced into what we quote to you, but it's giving you an insight of how the market is moving. So people who are right now winning are not the ones who are waiting for the market to change. They're making a decision based on the information that they have and finding the right properties for them. The right property is different for each person, but you get to decide that with a partner, with a realtor that guides you. All right. I'm going to make this a bit short because I know I started late, but I really want to just really touch on some key points here. While I have a little child distracting me, making sure she stays safe. So something that I've also learned this year is, or even really being on the forefront of my learning in 2025, is that this year has been transition and still being able to build. I've lived here and I'm in Sarasota right now in Florida. I've gone to Georgia. I've been in Guadalupe. I've been in Mount Shasta. So all of those places, I'm still able to take that one thing that I'm talking from, my laptop, the internet, and being able to continue to build relationships and rapport. So what he's taught me is that stability isn't just about a location, okay? Because I've been traveling different places, but it's the intention and also planning, the respect of my time. When I say respect my time, blocking the time to continue to do the work. Yes, there could be some things that take more priority if there's a death or a person who is sick that I have to spend more time with, but it still have the intention of continue to grow my business and being of service to you, being able to be in conversation. So, and that's exactly what I've been able to do. And it's not just about mortgage, it's being in this conversation, is to build a plan that fits your life, that fits your goal, that fits your season, that fits your vision. So that's what I'm about, is being able to be in a space of gratitude, in the space of being grateful, but also places that are very enjoyable for a short vacation time or time away or time with family. So all those are important times, and we get to be grateful for those. All right. She is on the treadmill and she's pressing different buttons. Okay. Yeah. That's what I share about. We talked about the equity already. So I think this is really the number one thing right now, is people wondering what they do with their equity. So I'm going to leave the work space for now. We'll dive into something next week. But to continue on the Thanksgiving message, I want to invite you to work with what you can control. Let your next move be intentional, not just emotional. And don't let the headlines decide your future. You get to design a life that you are inspired by. So you really deserve to live in a home that supports your life, not you tiptoeing around stress, outgrowing situations. So this is the time, as we ending the year, to reflect, to let go of things that are no longer serving and make commitments towards what's most important to you, what's priority. And you get to decide for yourself. There are different seasons in life that those would be either your health, it could be your home, could be, I feel like health should always be, and of course your home, but there's different degree of focus or priority we put in those. So if you want to go ahead and customize your plan for 2025 for either upgrading, investing, or using the equity in your home, just go ahead and message me either on Messenger, put a word plan, however you know to connect with me, book a call. There is a link for you to go ahead and book a call with me. We'd love to know your goal for 2026. First, this is no pressure, just clarity and getting you moving the direction that is best for you. So I want to go ahead and close by saying, behind the scene as well, there's one person that I haven't brought in yet as a video, and I'm not going to, I keep saying that, but I have to get her ready. That next time, maybe Irene would need to go ahead and get you on the camera. But I also very grateful for Irene, who works with me. Has been working with me for the last 4 or 5 months, and it's been such a blessing. I am super grateful for the change that she's been able to help me implement in my business, in my business has also freed me into other things that I love to do, which is my mystical moments. So I'm very grateful for each one of you also who've come on my path, or those that I've thought about maybe I haven't reached out to that I need to go ahead and do. So thank you for trusting me in your home journey, your transitions, and your goals. I'm wishing you a peaceful and joyful Thanksgiving. But before I say all that, this is really from my mind, but do I want to say something else? Because I've been saying that at the end of my call, as I share about real estate and mortgage and updates, that I'll take a moment to be grounded. So you can drop off here if this is serving you up to here, and I'm going to go into more of that mystical. I'm just going to keep calling it mystical Kristel for now. And invite you into, I do this, but I'm inviting you right now to ground your feet. And you can actually do this with my niece yesterday. And I told her, rub your hands, right? Put some fire into your hands. And some of you may want to do this. Some of you like, I don't know about this, but try it out. You can place your hand between your palms facing each other. And as you slowly focus on what I will call the ball of energy between your hands. And then you will feel a magnet, a warmth, or nothing for now. And she's like, well, what am I supposed to I want to see, actually. She said, I want to see the ball. You're telling me the ball, but I want to see the ball. And I said, well, if I do this in your face, do you actually see the wind? Unless it's the tree that's showing you this wind. You feel it. So I want you to feel it. So that's what I did with her. And it was actually so amazing to see her just like, wait. And she closed her eyes and she went into feeling. And then she placed her hand, and we place our hand on our legs, or you can place it on your heart. Sometimes people feel a little bit triggered if I say the energy. What I invite you to think about is really giving yourself some love. You know, when you give a hug to someone, giving yourself a hug. Ground yourself and let the electromagnetic field, so the energy, which is basically everyone has it, some are more sensitive than others. Really, when a child says to touch my face or to hold, that's what they're looking for. It's that warmth, that connection. So that's what I'm inviting you to do to yourself, for yourself. So we're going to go ahead and place our hands, my hands on my heart and my hand on her face so she doesn't come on the camera. J'ai presque fini. J'ai presque fini. Donne-moi 2 minutes. And I want you to go ahead and just be in the moment. Bring the energy inside. She's so tricky trying to get on that camera. So I will go ahead and close now. But I really want you to play with that energy of warming your hands. Go ahead. Do warming your hands. Don't come on the camera. Warming your hands and place it. Actually, I invite you to do your throat. Why the throat? Because you're about to meet with so many people for the holiday season, and you want to be able to discern when to speak or not to speak. It's like, yeah, but if I go and sit at a table and let me put my head on my throat and say, should I say this or not? You do this before, right? You set an intention before I go into this meeting with family. Let me go ahead and send it some love, some energy of speaking with the intention of love. Is what I'm going to speak about going to expand the room or contract the room? What I'm going to speak about with this person, is that going to give them to feel the love from me? Or is that going to contract them and bring an emotion that right now is not necessarily the time? Right. So you're just setting an intention and putting focus, right? This is wherever the intention goes, the energy goes. So if your energy goes towards like, I'm going to speak from a place of love, then you most likely will go ahead and follow through with that. So I want to end with thank you for letting me speak my truth right now with the energy that I'm experiencing from this lush place, as you can probably hear with the background of the water. Whatever your day is filled with, may it be fun, love. And I pause because if your day right now is feeling like it's going sideways, you have a way of just using like a finger clip, finger, I don't really know clapping, but doing this with your finger or like a switch. You can turn the light on or off. Which way are you going to have it? You're going to have the light on, or you're going to have the darkness on? The light or the dark? And you choose. That can be happening right now. Snap. Thank you so much, Irene. Snap. I was looking for the word. So I invite you, whatever you've already planned, if it's not expanding you into love, stop right now, ground, go ahead and be in the love of giving yourself some love so you can give from a full heart. I am sending you from a full heart lots of love. Merci beaucoup, which is my maternal language, French. Merci beaucoup pour votre présence. So thank you so much for your presence. Et je vous envoie beaucoup d'amour. I don't know why I feel like I got to speak French right now. That's why I do live. So it's like, let's allow things. Yes, that's it. We're going to conclude here. So thank you. Thank you. And the day goes on with beauty, gratitude, fun, and lots of, I guess you guys love turkey. Have a good one.